I was watching, I think it was maybe Marengo, WWTP.
Yep.
Is that familiar? Yeah. So I was watching.
Yeah, City of Marengo, Illinois.
Yeah, the
Yep.
case study of that. And they were saying it's replacing. So I wanted to just understand what system they said, I think within like a couple of years, are going to fully replace that system with yours.
They had an anaerobic digester. So that was a two-phase digester system where, essentially what you're doing there is you're allowing microbes to eat themselves, compete until one is dominant, and then forming a place for it to die. And they consume all of that biomass and then put it into themselves, solids, die, drop out. And when they're doing that, they have cellular respiration, and they're transforming some of the mass that came in into gas. In an anaerobic digestion, that's going to be usually a methane-rich gas that you can use. But Marengo had such a small flow that it's not really, I would say, economically viable or easy to operate. And the big problem with Marengo is that they had shared unit processes. So they were using the same piece of equipment to thicken as well as dewater, which meant they had a semi-batch operation. So it was really difficult for them to operate. And some other things happen when you do anaerobic digestion that are, they're known. It's hard to deal with. And one of those is that you have solubilization of nutrients. And these are the nutrients that on your water discharge side are the ones that are under the microscope. And that's, usually nitrogen and phosphorus. And if you're using anaerobic digestion, you have to have another side stream process to deal with that. And they were having such high concentrations that they couldn't deal with it. And they had to basically make do. And they were causing their nitrogen discharge levels to creep up, which is really what Clean Water Act, just really regulates on. And so they needed some simplification and a different way to get to their Class B solids. And for them, a great solution was CleanB. And so from that, they stopped all of this semi-batching, side streaming, went directly through the CleanB process. It gets to Class B or less than, usually you're talking about hydraulic retention times of 30 to 60 days. And so now they've just shortcutted that into 10 minutes. And imagine how much easier that makes it to operate.